Welcome to Archery Shack Shop Talk number 153. We are alive. I'm Jeremy.
I'm TJ.
And you are? This is our 153rd podcast. Thank you for tuning in. We got a few topics to talk about. It is a Saturday as we record this on a very polleny South Carolina summer day. It feels like it. The pollen's killing me. I've been snotting. It's been a week or three, but we back.
Yep.
We back. I got a few notes here. We got the R100 coming up technically, next weekend, I think, in Homer, Georgia, or the next?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay. If you're local, check out the R100 shoot. It's in Homer, Georgia. Basically, you can leave the family in Commerce because it's like 10, 15 minutes from there and shop, and you can go shoot and come back and get them. TAC is in Tennessee in May. First week of May is coming up.
Yep.
A lot of people are going to that. We've got this weekend, it'll already have happened when you see this, but our Kiwi or our South Carolina 5-dot shoot is happening at Kiwi Bowman, Jeffrey Archery in Columbia, Palmetto State Armory in Summerville, and Sand Dune. Or they're using, I forget what they renamed that shop down there, J and L or J and something.
I can't remember.
Out down there toward Socastee or Conway or whatever that's considered, but that'll be fun. But in South Carolina, we just don't have a ton of indoor shooters, so it is where it is. We have got more adapts. I got some of that pollen in my gizzard. We've got more bear adapts and Alaskans coming in very soon. Dang it. But hopefully they'll be here like this coming week. So if you've been looking for one, holler at us. That'll be good.
Well, we hope they'll be here.
Yeah. Who is this? We hope they'll be here. The news since we last podcasted, and I think we even brought it up on that podcast, kind of wondering what was going on, but PSE got sold.
Yep.
To Heritage Outdoor Group or something like that.
I think Heritage Outdoors.
So that could either be really good or really bad. We're staying positive.
Mm-hmm.
The past few years, PSE's been weird to us. We were just a few years ago a very heavy PSE stock store, and then they went through a number of reps within a year and a half, 2 year period, and just basically never reached out to us or whatever. So we just kind of like, well, if we're not important to you, you're not important to us. Nothing against PSE. I love their product. It's just like, but
Yeah.
So hopefully this changes things a little bit, and we'll see. But I hadn't had any dealings with them yet. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
I'm like I say, I like PSE. It's just the last few years, I don't know what they've had going on, or if they've just been looking for a buyer and didn't care, or I don't think you really seen much on the consumer side, but on the dealer side, it was a huge mess. So we'll see. Is Levi Morgan back? The Joker kind of feels like the last year or two, he's kind of, Dan McCarthy's kind of been the man. He's backed off, not backed off, but you know what I mean. He came from like bottom to top at the ASA shoot in Foley, so maybe he's got the fire back under him.
Well, he had so much going on last year.
Yeah, there's all kind of stuff, and we don't know the guy, you know what I mean? But we just know from what we see that his family's growing and this, that, and other. So, he's never lost it. You know what I mean? It's just he had a lot of stuff going on.
Oh yeah,
and he missed a shoot or two because of this, that, or the other. And just unlike him. So, he wore him out.
Yeah,
he wore him out. Definitely the best. I'm sure. I'm trying to think. Probably the best 3D shooter of all time. Jeff Hopkins had a long run, but I hadn't looked at the stats. I'm pretty sure Levi has went shooter of the year and all that longer than Jeff. But
what did you think about the scores of some of the classes? Like, Paige is an awesome shot, and to go up what.
Before they went into the shoot-off, I seen it posted that she was like 20 or 30 points over second place. Like, wow. Well, but she kind of, this is no whatever to her. She basically said, if y'all will start this known women's class, I'll help bring people and promote it and all that. And not only that, but she can shoot. And she came from out west where they shot like known distance dots and stuff on 3D targets. But
Redden, for example.
yeah, that sort of shoot. But she wore them out.
I mean, even in, I think, was it, because Senior Known Pro is a new class this year because Tim Gillingham switched over.
That's right.
What class? I know it was Women's Known Pro now, and was it the Known Pro on the guys that somebody had a pretty good substantial lead on? I can't remember.
I'm still a big advocate on the known stuff and maybe even the unknown stuff because the scores are so high on the pro stuff. Needs to be like a 70-yard max. You know what I mean? I just feel like the scores are getting too high, or I don't know how to word it, but like it needs to be harder is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It just needs to be harder. I remember in the day, you know, when it was all unknown, the scores were still high sometimes, but you know, there was, I don't know, it was just more of a chance, you know, if you had a good weekend, you could win it type thing. This is like, all right, everybody, if you know where to aim and you're a pro shooter, you can probably put them in there. If it's 70, 80, whatever yards. But I know, you know, I'm sure they run out of room at shoots and all that. And I'm not saying all the classes need to do that, just some of them, but I don't know.
I just know that, and I mean, and then too, that's why we call them pros. I mean, they can flat out shoot. I mean, if I could shoot half that good, you better believe I'd be putting my money in the hat trying to do it. But I ain't nowhere near that good.
Me neither.
So
me neither. But I'm curious to see if we see any changes with ASA sort of changing leadership, I guess is the way to put it. You know, that the new guy coming in, I know Mike Tyrell's still involved and blah, 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 but, you know, I'm sure in the next few years he won't be near as involved. Here's another. Okay. I want to remind y'all randomly, if you need a bowstring and you want to get a custom one from us and you're ordering off the internet, you can use code YouTube15 on our archeryshackstrings.com website and get 15% off. We usually see a good many of those come through, and I hadn't mentioned it in a while, so I just thought I'd mention it. Way back. Sorry, the phone rang on us. Let's see. I got a question. I got really two questions for y'all, because, you know, we get sort of, we only mostly see what's happening sort of in our area and then even bigger in the southeast, but I know there's a lot of different stuff as far as equipment, you know, out west and even up north and that sort of thing. I guess my question is, from what you've shot or seen, what would you consider to be the top bow, or even maybe one or two this year, even if you hadn't shot it like that you want to shoot? And B, same thing on arrows. Like, I feel we are deep into the Black Eagle stuff, and I like the Black Eagle stuff, but I feel like nothing has changed in a while with Black Eagle. And like, I hate it when stuff changes all the time, but I almost feel like if Black Eagle would just dump something new out there, it would get a lot of more interest.
Momentum.
So what, and you know, we picked up Victory last year. A lot of people like Victory. A lot of people just don't care. They'll buy whatever. But what are y'all shooting? What do you want to shoot? And in bows, what are you thinking? I'm just curious. I know what kind it is around here, but you know, in other places, I'm curious.
Well, I know we was talking earlier about what the product of the year may be. It's, you know, and I said it's kind of too early right now to tell, just because we ain't got to, you know, that hunting season, that summertime where. Well,
and what he means is, like, it seems like every year here, something that we don't even really, normally we have no idea until it happens, but people just go crazy and buy them all, and we have to keep ordering. And last year it was that digital sight. When it came out, we were kind of like, this is neat, but we didn't know. And then we started shooting them and liked them. And then all of a sudden it was just like like we had to reorder twice and sold like 2 or 3 dozen of them, and that I did not expect that to happen.
No.
This year it could be anything. I mean, it could be arrows, a certain arrow or a release or whatever. I'm just curious. We'll see what it is, when honestly, we usually don't know till July, August, September, even September, and then we say, hey, we just sold a ton of those randomly.
Yeah. What do y'all think is going to be the product?
Yeah, what's big this year that's sort of new and, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, if you're local, I was just talking to them about it when they bought that bow. If you're local, hopefully soon we're going to start a Thursday night little team shoot, 3D team shoot thing. I'll post all the details when we figure it out. First, we got to let the time change. And then secondly, I got to get the tractor and clear up some lanes and this, that, and other. But hopefully within the next month, we'll get that rolling. And then we're going to kind of test the waters, see how many people show up, see if it's worth fooling with, give it a month or so of doing it every Thursday. If it don't gain a lot of traction, no big deal. If it does, we'll try to grow it or whatever. So that'll be cool. Talked about that. A lot of people email and they see like just an example, our Bear Legit video and say, hey, I want to buy a Bear Legit from y'all because we upgrade the string on it and do, this, that, and the other to kind of make it a little better than if you just pulled it out of the box. And people want to know like the easiest way to contact us. And really there's 2 ways. A lot of times Bobby handles when people email in and he'll kind of chat with people about, hey, is this how you want it, or do you want to change the rest, or do you want to do this, that, or other? And you can, if you wanted to, just directly email Bobby@archeryshack.com and say, hey, I'm looking for a XYZ. You know what I mean? It don't matter what it is, but if we got a used bow, I try to post it sometimes on YouTube. You could shoot them a message, or if you're interested in something like a Bear Legit or something we stock. Secondly, of course, you can just call the shop, 864-735-8484, and holler at us. But lately, Bobby's been handling a lot of the email inquiries, which is there's a good number that come in, and some people are just, and it's fine. Some people are just kind of wondering about stuff. Some people are wanting to buy, but we've definitely, last year, except for maybe a few used bows, we didn't really ship any bows.
Nuh-uh.
I made a video or 2 on that Adapt, and we've sold quite a few Adapts through YouTube, and shipped them this year, which is good. We already had to reorder, so just let us know. And like I say, Bobby@archeryshack.com, and he can at least get you started on, hey, what do you want and what color, and if you want a certain side or rest or arrows, we can kind of get you going on that, or he can.
Yeah, I would throw my email out there too, but I think it's just easier for just one person. That way it's not being...
He's got the process down.
Yeah.
He's on it. Trying to think. I'll tell you something. We had a certain brand, Delighted Knox, last year kind of get popular, just talking about a popular product. And then, like, I don't even know what to predict this year would be big, because I hadn't seen anything that people have been, for several years, the big shot targets. Every time we're in year 4 of them, or maybe 5. Every time you shoot them things and people pull them out. I got people that comment on. I did a video with an Iron Man target with an R26, and I hadn't even watched it recently, but I guess I cut from me shooting the crossbow to me going and pulling the thing out. And you wouldn't believe how many people message and comment, this is rigged, this is not real, whatever. But I mean, you shoot it with this R26 Raven crossbow at 400 and blah, blah, blah feet per second, and 2 fingers, boop, pull it out of the target. Like, that's unbelievable. But they sell themselves. TJ just had some people shoot it, and generally they pull the arrow out and go, holy crap, I'll take one.
Yeah, it's by far the easiest to pull a arrow out of.
It is wild.
But it's a field tip only. You can't shoot broadheads into it.
Yeah. But after shooting those for so long now, I hate shooting a bag target. I mean, we sell them. I mean, you can get a bag target for $45 or whatever it is, but the tip gets caught in it and all this stuff, and like them Ironmans is it's great. It's great. But I mean, that's all the notes I had. recorded a couple of videos. I think it was an Adapt, a legit, something else, draw length measuring video that'll probably go out on like a YouTube short soon. And then I started to bring it up today, but we got some broadheads to test.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of the slow time of the year, so we might start banging out some videos here. I know we kind of went silent for a few weeks or whatever, but one thing or another. But might get some broadhead videos. If y'all got any recommendations on something we hadn't done, or you know what I mean, I'm ready to try something new, but I don't know what that is. Like, should we shoot an arrow at the space station? I mean, I don't know. Just something different, you know. I'm down for it, but we'll do some broadhead testing. That's always popular.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know that we got some prime bows in. I don't know if we've made any videos on them. We'll make a few videos on them coming up soon. We got the modules in for them. We got quivers. We got the prime Hamskea rest. So,
yep.
What else?
Think it's one of them. It is a little slow right now, but you know, we kind of just really coming off a busy season because we stay pretty busy all the way through December. So
yeah, through Christmas, and then even after a little Christmas, and then
so we're
about to get into that tax money getting back season. So we'll see a little uptick, and then it seems like it slows back down, and then it's like get ready. Oh God.
Yeah.
And then for about 2 months, it's like boom. But
yeah.
But yeah, let us know if you got any ideas of some cool video. We'll do it on a bow or on a product or whatever y'all can think of. I don't know. I need to think up something fun to do. Like, let's shoot an exploding moose target or something crazy. But we'll figure it out. Y'all let us know.
Yeah.
But if you need us, holler at us. And you got anything else?
I can't think of anything. We mentioned R100, ASAs. Oh, did you see the scheduling of the ASAs?
Mm-mm.
There's like a month off between Foley. Let's see. They don't shoot in March at all, but they have 2 in April. First, the beginning of April and the end of April. And I couldn't figure out why they took March off.
I'm still surprised the ASA hadn't kind of expanded out of the Southeast. Like, even if it was just one that they had, let's say, out west, and then 1 or 2 up north, I really think they'd get just as good of a turnout.
I think with the new guy taking over, I really expect to see.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to do because a lot of the shooters shoot indoors.
Yeah.
And,
Which, I mean, I know they go to Metropolis. That's up north.
Yeah.
But I just feel like there's a ton of the country that would still attend if they picked the right place. You know, they can go out west and then go to wherever, but I don't know. They obviously know what they're doing, but
I can kind of see some going to, like, I can see maybe one Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I can kind of see that.
That'd be big.
That would be a big one.
And then if they do that and then go to, like, I don't even know, Utah, Idaho, somewhere just somewhere out west, I think it would be a big deal because at least all those people could kind of, you know, but then I guess you'd have everybody that wants to shoot. You'd have to figure out how to make sure not to piss off everybody that shoots shooter of the year because, you know, people wouldn't want to fly and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But, or maybe start a ASA West series or something.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know what the answer is, but anyway.
Yeah, I don't know, but I kind of got a feeling they're going to expand. Maybe, well, like I said, they took March off. I don't know why. Is there some big indoor shoots coming up, or
there should be indoor nationals somewhere? I hadn't even looked at the schedule. I don't know.
I hadn't either, but I mean,
who knows?
I can see them. Well, they would have to change it around because there's still snow and stuff on the ground in some of the northern states and still cold. So
it'd be neat if, you know, it started. That's kind of what they do now down at Foley, down at the coast, very bottom, and then work their way up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think how many people had the headache of registering for TAC. I didn't go through it this year.
I really think maybe this year it got their attention of we need to figure something else out because there is so many people in them groups pissed.
Oh yeah, I'm on the waiting list. I said I wasn't trying to get into it because you know what. Last year, I sat on the computer and the phone for 2 hours.
And it crashed and crashed. And, Partain said yesterday he was on there when the second hand hit. He clicked. It put him on a 45-minute wait, and then he's shooting, like, random afternoon times and here, there, and I don't know. There's got to be I know there's a better way. Just do it. Just do it. But
well, and I think, everybody I seen on there kept saying like Ticketmaster can handle with the concerts and venues and stuff like that. But I
really think, I don't know. I hadn't really even thought about it, but I really think you ought to say, all right, we're going to let our past shooters have first call. Let's do email everybody that's in the system or something. Y'all are going to register here if you want to go, and then open it up to the public or something like that, to kind of not have thousands of people at one time, at one specific time on there, something like that. I don't know, or something like on Ticketmaster. All right, I want to go to this concert, but it'll say, all right, you got 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever, and you kind of pick your seats. You got time. I don't know. Ultimately, I just think unless they make it a week-long event at all these different places, and I understand they're gonna need longer time between shoots.
Yeah,
but that's fine. Make it a week-long event, and then people, like personally, we would go middle of the week to skip the bigger of the crowds and, that sort of thing. And then you could get, and I guarantee you a year into it, even the whole week would be full, you know what I mean? So that's more money, that's more everything, but I don't know.
The only problem with that is some of the places, like if you get too big, you grow out of the ranges and you run out of room.
Yeah.
Which I know.
I basically feel like that's what's happened in Tennessee. It went from nothing to huge in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something. I guess nothing has to be done, but to me something needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to criticize because I hadn't even put much thought into it, and I wouldn't want to be the guy trying to figure it out. But I just think. I think it's at its pinnacle, and we're going to see it tank. We've already seen it. Me and you are basically not going this year because it's too much trouble. It's just like you got people like us. It's like if we're going to go through a half day of trying to register for the damn shoot, hell with it. You know what I mean? Like that's basically where I'm at. So
I think a lot of people, from what I've seen, kind of felt that way.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. I didn't get on there and say a word, but like people were bitching like crazy. So
oh yeah.
I'm sure they see that and think, we might ought to change something.
I'm sure they'll get it figured out. And I think the guy who runs it has another full-time job.
Okay.
I think. I could be wrong. But I just know that I remember the first year we done it, when it opened up, we all registered ourselves. Mm-hmm. We all got the same knock times. And the only thing I would say with the way they're doing it now is just go in there and say, okay, I got a group of 4 people that was going. We want this course, this course, this course, this time, this time, this time.
Well, that's where it ought to say, all right.
Here's the price, pay this, and then send them an email back and say, okay, we need your name, your T-shirt size.
Yeah, I was going to say it ought to be like, all right, you got 5 minutes, and then email those people to pay or whatever. Either you have the option like, I'll pay for everybody, which we had to do last year. Mm-hmm. It's not a huge deal, but it's sort of a pain in the ass. TJ had to pay, then we got to figure up who owes what, pay it. But like just let somebody register, say, all right, we're going to hold this for 5 minutes. Everybody needs to check their email or do whatever and pay, and then you're in.
Yeah.
Something like that. There's got to be an answer.
I don't know.
I don't either. And I'm not mad about it. I just don't give a shit. But it's just like, I would have been going if it wasn't such a hassle. I picked something else to do. So anyway, and I'm not mad. I think I come off as I'm pissed off. I'm not. I don't care. But it has been a fun thing in the past. So hopefully they'll figure it out. But anyway, we'll get off here. Thank y'all for listening.
Yep.
Let us know of some video ideas, because I think probably in the next few weeks we're going to have some time to play, and we might just send TJ off the roof on a snow sled. Thank y'all.
Yep. We'll see y'all later.
See ya. Good luck, TJ.